Yeah, what's up? What's up, y'all? Yeah, we're just hovering here, waiting for things to get going. What's going on? Yo, Princess Pillow, Carrie and Bonnie and Anastasia and Brian, hello. Romper Bomper Stomper Boom. We're gonna have a fun one today. Oh, God. There's some all kinds of entertaining things going on in the background. Jordan Geddes is back to stand up for his daddy. Dude, forget about it. Jordan, you're a retard, dude. What an idiot. He's back to threatening random women on through Facebook Messenger. Loser. Thought you learned your lesson, boy. What are you going to do? Are you going to have a good sleep and a sandwich and remember and figure out how you used to be just a big Golden Gloves boxer? Maybe you'll figure out, borrow your mom's car and we can meet up. Fucking loser. That's hilarious. What a fucking pussy. Not to mention, you came out with a two for a coordinated left-right effort from Durwood and Jordan yesterday. Mike and Ninchi did a video. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. Whatever the hell Ninchi's talking about, I have no idea. I wasn't in any Hidden in the Fog live stream. I don't hang out in fucking losers live streams like that. It's just not me. It's not what I do. And I certainly wouldn't be hanging out in a live stream where that fucking moron Darren Geddes is in. I'll wait till you're done and people talk about you. I'm not like you. Of course, they love to pretend and get you into this. Oh, like, why don't you put yourself in my shoes? Why don't you put yourself in my shoes? We don't need to put yourself in your shoes, you fucking loser. You're an adult now. Why did your girl leave, Jordan? Oh, geez, I wonder why. I think she found him difficult to deal with. This guy is such a fucking ass clown. Who I don't know who this Annette Johnson is that he was harassing. But what it'll be is just another woman who's pissed him off through these Facebook groups. Of course, he's working very closely with his father, Darren Geddes, who just love to talk about how wonderful they are. You ever thought for a second why the fuck this idiot Durwood was coming out and saying anything at all? Like, what is the point exactly, Darren? Are people begging you to come out and tell us all of the inside information that you can figure out? You Mr. Investigator, you're a fucking retard. You're an idiot. And you're related to Kent. You guys are all cousins. All diddlers. Chomos. You like that word, Jordan? You guys are the ones that are enabling and backing up this sex offender. Of course, Jordan is for violence against women. Of course he is. That's not what this is about, is it? And he wanted to pull this rhetoric about, oh, it's all about Jack and Lily. I don't fucking care, Jordan says as he's raging. See, you're lying in your sentences, Jordan. If you didn't care about any of this, it wouldn't be rattling around in your empty head there, sunshine. Cindy Clark says, been listening to the Durwood interview. Seems like he's starring in a new movie in that sense. Oh, yeah, he's got to come in, and it's just a way that they can bring in and plant seeds in that sense to distract you away from the obvious. talking about some new fucking toolbox that's buried under 3 feet of snow. That figures. Way to take care of your tools there, you fucking idiot. What a loser you are, dude. There's nothing about his claims that are remotely true. It's an attempt to wiggle back in and have us, the content creators, talk all about it. But in fact, that ship has sailed, you two idiots. Oh, the RCMP, absolutely the RCMP should be called and told about this. Here goes Durwood again, pretending to know all kinds of inside information about something, gatekeeping. Oh. And he's pulling in Daleen and this Christine Inrig. Oh, they're all fucking... You guys are all on each other's friends list on Facebook. Just a way to distract and hijack a little bit of the narrative, but in reality, you're not even good for that anymore because you've been ousted. You've been exposed as a fucking loser, as a liar, as a person who has cuddled up and cozied up to Janie, probably a part-time lover. And Jordan is just so defensive about his father and what people are saying that he can't control his rage and anger. He's threatening to unalive people over Facebook Messenger. Oh yeah, absolutely. Do people who carry things out like this don't spend all of their time threatening to do it over Facebook Messenger, yelling at people? These are genuine rage calls. This is what makes me laugh. Jordan, you're a fucking idiot, dude. You're not going to get anywhere in fucking life. You're not even going to be able to get it back out of your mom's house with an attitude like that. What exactly is it that you're upset about? You don't like how people don't like your daddy, Durwood? Well, Darren's a fucking loser and a suspected child molester. Chomo. A diddler. Did he touch you? Your daddy like to touch you? Why don't you tell us again how tough you guys think that you are? What a fucking idiot. Anita Maxwell Johnson. Who the hell is this chick? And why is Jordan yelling at her over Facebook Messenger? This is mind-blowing. It's hardly fucking mind-blowing, but I'll go for the clickbait. You know, this is fucking stupid is what it is. I don't know. What bothers me about it all, it doesn't bother me in that sense. But what gets me is, why would she ever think that I'm involved? Or I've been hidden from some chat and need these people's audio? I don't fucking need their audio. You got me all fucked up, Ninchi. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. There's nothing that you're going to have that I'm going to need ever. So don't worry about it. If it's on a live stream, it's going to squeak out and then we'll worry about it. This idiot Durwood is out here to garner some sort of attention, like she said. Like, she had a pretty good breakdown of it from what I read through her transcript. So apparently, Ninchi's talking about this video, or this interview, excuse me, a real-time. Let's go. The core story from Durwood involves a toolbox theory, which Ninchi flags as explosive and potentially self-incriminating. Well, listen, we already know We already know there's a high likelihood that he's an accessory after the fact. Just based off of his actions. He's spreading disinformation and all of these little theories that get blasted out to him by way of his Lord Janie and Daniel. That's what it's all about. He's lied to you every step of the fucking way. Why would he come out now and want to plant seeds in your head about this new theory and this new thing that he's talking about that he had to call the RCMP about? This is a game of pretend to him. It's a performance. There's nothing true about what it is that he has to fucking say. And it doesn't overshadow the fucking fact that Janie and Daniel are balls deep in all of this. And they're guilty of bringing harm to Jack and Lily and covering it up. Moving bodies, destroying fucking evidence. The whole kit and caboodle, everything. Why would a person do that like Durwood? Why are they so engaged in playing this game of pretend? They're all wrapped up in it. That fucking loser Kent, Durwood's wife, isn't that Kent's aunt or mom? Some relation to that fucking idiot in the wheelchair. Jordan, you lied every step of the way. You lied to Mike. You lied to me. Now, there's no going back on any of that. They can't, and nor do they want to, actually converse about anything having to do with the case. It's all a recap of some point forms that they have written down on a paper every single time. And they've got these little ways of trying to appeal to your logic instead of answering the questions. Every single time. They're anything but genuine in that sense. That doesn't mean anything, though. That doesn't mean that they're guilty of whatever it is that you want to think happened to Jack and Lily in this circumstance. That's besides the point. That's only one of the many crimes. It's all on the table after the incident that happened to Jack and Lily the evening of Thursday, May the 1st. Whatever happened after that in the cover-up, Janie is a participant in, all right? A life in prison charge times 2. And Durwood is involved in all of that as well. He's there every step of the way. In fact, you can even see him in the CBC interview, which she, for whatever reason, invited the CBC over to do this intentional interview that really didn't have anything to do with what it is that she said. It has to do with other things that she won't admit to. Don't come in here and doxing people's fucking names, please. You see that? That's an instant fucking timeout. Don't come in here and putting in random people's names into the chat. Now, Durwood didn't admit to anything in this sense. He didn't really have anything to say. All right. This idiot wants to talk about this alleged rumor, an alleged rumor that a lawyer who shall remain unnamed, he says, which is Daleen. So a couple more of his comrades internally, he's portraying himself as though they're out to get him and spreading rumors on his behalf. This is all a made-up story on his behalf to capture some sort of the narrative. The only fucking narrative that you're going to catch, Durwood, is being ridiculed because of how stupid you look, you fucking booze-nosed bitch, and your son. All right? You've fucking ruined it. You have zero credibility. Those ships have long sailed.
Video is actually only a snippet of 1 hour's worth of audio. There's 3 really significant bits of audio that I'm going to go through over.
Okay, so there's more to it. So Ninchi brings up, let me see here. She brings up Dickhead claims a lawyer heavily implied to be Daleen Thomas connected to other figures like Darlene and Christine Enrig. Who the hell is Darlene? Built a theory that a toolbox contained a wrench used to injure and unalive the kids. Now here's Durwood at this point in time introducing the kids being murdered. Well, isn't that interesting? That's convenient. But what about all of your other key inside information that you were so sure of? The kids are still alive somewhere, living in their best lives, aren't they, Dirtwood? Fucking moron. He admits to ending up... Now, first of all, you have to conceptualize. None of this is true. He admits to ending up in possession of this toolbox allegedly from Daniel or Jordan, though details are vague. Whoa, imagine that. Vague details from Dirtwood. He's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego here? Oh, wow. Give me another clue. Give us something to figure out. Good old Ninchi notes that the language shift starts hypothetical, possibly a wrench, then solidifies this toolbox exists, and he has it under 3 feet of snow. That's how you take care of your things, is it there, Dirtwood? Oh, I'm sure. No hypotheticals when describing the wrench's use. It's stated matter-of-factly as used to injure and unalive. He says he contacted lead RCMP investigator John Donaldson, name-dropping for credibility, and offered the toolbox as evidence. Oh, you guys want some evidence here? Ooh, even suggesting gloves to avoid contaminating DNA blood. Oh, he's a real fucking Columbo. You've got to be the dumbest fucking son of a bitch in Nova Scotia. Donaldson allegedly replied, "Don't bother," calling the theory BS because police know what happened, implying they believe in an abduction, not an unaliving. You're so fucking stupid. So Durwood is telling you what the cops believe based off of his interactions with them. Shouldn't you be busy fucking working or something, Durwood? Shouldn't you be busy applying all of your knowledge to something more productive? What an idiot. What an idiot. Well, too bad it's coming from such an uncredible source. Maybe next time try Daleen. Maybe she can spread your rumor for you. See, the problem is that you don't want to ever add any context. You're trying to add in like a brand new blanket in a tree type of scenario. Oh, wow. Wow, thank you so much. Jordan, your dad's just a fucking hero in this situation. At every step of the way, you have this tandem of twits standing up for a registered sex offender who takes out all of his aggression on women and children to the point of red rum on behalf of their bitterly raging, angry, Oscar the Grouch like RV living whore mother in the driveway. Nasty, nasty, nasty family. What a fucking idiot. Everything these two do is a performance. Everything. You spend most of your time trying to persuade people, talking about all of the people that name dropping, all of the people that you know, Durwood. What the fuck does that matter to anybody? Make yourself feel and feel that you look that much more important in the moment? You look like an idiot. Ain't nobody hanging or spending their time with you, you fucking freak. So no matter which way you look at it, they're participating in the continuation of this particular conspiracy and the covering up of it. And the reason for that, and that's an observation, and the reason for that is because they're probably more associated to whatever happened in their covering their tracks. They're providing comfort in that sense, according to the law, which makes them guilty of accessory after the fact, if not even more than that. That's based off of just simple observations. You don't give a fuck about Malaya. You don't give a shit about Jack or Lily or any other kid for that matter. Talking about some of the slip-ups and red flags in Ninchi's video that she pointed out. We were just talking about personal involvement. Darren Geddes says he knows that's Jordan's dad, by the way. Fucking moron. Both of you squared. Moron squared. Durwood says he knows the theory is false due to personal experience. Being there and seeing what I saw. Knowing what I know. Ninchi interpreted this as placing himself at the scene of Garlock Road around the disappearance time, which is a major slip. Yeah, so she's saying it's a leakage. Similar to lies unraveling in statements from Janie, the grandmother, and Daniel. Yep, they all lie about the same thing, and they all use the exact same, put yourself in my shoes. They all appeal to your logic in the same way. They all persuade in the same way, the same reasons, right down to the script that Janie and Daniel came up with. We're not the ones who are confused out here. Like, at what point when you go through this stupid interview of his, do you start thinking about what the reason is as to why you're even listening to this in the first place? What's the most important piece of information that you're giving people? You can't even communicate that, Darren. There is none. So, no. There's some pauses, lots of pauses, repetitions, yep, and announcements. I'm going to state something. Oh, I'm going to state something. Oh, whoa, fucking Durwood. I'm going to state something for the world to see. Delusions of grandeur. The world isn't looking at you, Durwood. They're laughing at you. Get used to it. Golden Gloves boxer. Oh, big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. Should we be proud of you, Darren, that you want us to think that you were at one point a Golden Gloves boxer? You're supposed to be a tough guy? How about you, Jordan? Something tells me that you probably didn't do any very well in the ring, considering you can't control your anger. You gas yourself out in 30 seconds. Repetitions. Let's see. I'm going to state something. This is Durwood, she says, attempting to build drama and attention. Oh, yes. And then she compares it to someone standing up in a room yelling, I have something to say. He's on a soapbox. Why can't you use your buddy Wolfie's fucking channel? That didn't work out. Why not? You guys have your own little place to go and spread your disinformation. Are you afraid that nobody will watch your channel? Nobody will take you serious? You have to go and use other people's channels? Mr. Important? Oh, Durwood has something to say. Let me open my schedule. Fuck off. Corbin says, they all should be arrested until the truth comes out. Well, we don't live in a society like that, but somewhere in between, I agree. I don't understand why all these people are still walking when there's 2 kids missing and probably no longer with us. Well, we talk about that all the time, Corbin. But I get your frustration. The fact of the matter here is the RCMP showed up to site of a report where 2 kids went missing. You guys in the audience don't need to think that 2 kids just wandered out like they want you to believe. They walked onto a situation where they're fed just a little bit of information and they refused to build a real timeline as to what occurred. All right? Everybody involved, the last 3 people to see them, don't want to talk. They don't want to speak into detail as to what happened. They have to go about investigating from that point on. Which doesn't mean that they, in my opinion, when it comes to children, different rules apply. If you're parents and you're acting like this, see, when it comes down to it, these are things in psychology that are studied and continues to be studied. I don't want to get sidetracked into taking arguments that I don't necessarily mean. Each situation like this is a little different. When it comes down to it, if they don't feel that they have enough evidence at that moment to hold anybody, which is how common is that? There's Orrin and Orson West. There's Michael Vaughn, Summer Wells. Think about that poor little girl in Massachusetts. Was it or New Hampshire? Adam? What's his name? Montgomery. You know, it's a common thing in that sense. This is. It goes along the lines of being in charge or in care of a child. There's so much, the parents are responsible for so much in that sense. Not in what went bad, but they have a very uncommon role in that because the child grows up, becomes 18, and hopefully adjusts to be an adult. I don't know if I agree with that, Terry T. Hello, by the way. I guess a better way of saying it is the RCMP have a different method of investigating circumstances like this. And you can find out more about it by searching the acronym PEACE, PEACE method. And it has more to do with getting the information that they need to complete the investigation by way of building rapport in that sense. Nonetheless, that's a bit of a sidetrack, as opposed to going hardline and locking them up until they talk. Although that might work, but it usually works in closing the person up or closing them away from communications. But I don't get too sidetracked. Half Moon 111 says, Durwood has been distracting. I think it has backfired. Yeah, well, it's a multi-role. It's a multi-role that he has, right? It's not a secret that he's mimicking and he's parroting this story and adding to it in order to distract, among other things, a greater audience. distract away from what? Away from just how guilty Daniel looks, just how bad everybody looks in this situation. Not just because we believe them and think that they've lost the kids. No, it's a lot worse than that. It's the worst. They've red-rummed, they've moved the body somewhere, and they've pulled other people into helping them in all kinds of little ways after the fact. There's nobody out there that fucking believes you, Dan. Nobody of importance. These individuals don't want to talk into any depth over what had happened, okay? There's no investigator anywhere that's going to accept that. They can't get past that. They have chosen essentially silence, not answering any questions under the premise that nothing else happened. What would have been fine if they would have given us what they did in the first place. Meaning Daniel in his timeline of Thursday night. And Malaya for that matter. Lynn Hammock, in your opinion, if he wants all this attention, cops should give it to him. Well, absolutely. I encourage you to call the RCMP. He's out here, Durwood's out here pretending to have all kinds of this insider information, insisting that there's more to the story from his perspective. Not to mention Jordan's out here making violent threats towards women. Like, it's not like this Jordan is understanding that Durwood's overstepping his bounds and how inappropriate his behavior is in light of two missing children. No, Jordan's still pretending that they all have some sort of love for the kids after what we've learned and how abusive Daniel is, how nasty and abusive Janie is, and they're all still pretending that they're caring caregivers over Jack and Lily, and that's all about Jack and Lily, whatever that actually means. It's this nonsense rhetoric they like to rely on, as opposed to going into any grave detail, rationalizing what it is that they're doing. No, I'm not wrong. Okay? Learn and recognize instead of taking into consideration from the people who lie to you over and over again. There's a reason why they're going out of their way to do what it is that they're doing. Why is he out here planting these seeds? No, there's no reason. There's a reason for me to be here because I sell ad money on the end of this. There's a monetary incentive for this channel to be running the content. What's the incentive for Durwood again? Probably a night in between Janie's spread nasty legs. Maybe Janie will allow you to shave her legs for her, Durwood. Ginger's mom, Jordan should be picked up for his 72-hour hold and evaluated, in your opinion? Oh, for sure. Oh, he's a fucking piece of work. He's a fucking piece of work. I like it because he's just so fucking bad. He's got to spew out my name and he's got to spew out Mike Demand's name. That's just, causing your family all of this strife and heartache. You're such a fucking liar, dude. You're the one who spends your entire days attacking people privately on Facebook, trying to intimidate older ladies. You could be spending all that time making friends. Oh, shit. Listen, I'm going through a hard time. My wife left me. My dog left me. I lost my job. I'm off on stress leave. Why the fuck would we feel sorry for you, Jordan? What a whiny bitch. So get a fucking paper route. He's back fucking in his mom's house. Can you borrow mom's car tonight? Maybe you come down and meet me. We can fight. We can throw hands. If it's okay with your mom. Kent's aunt. He is a sniveling wine bag, sweet tea. Oh, fuck yeah. Like, what a bitch. Yeah, Durwood's got to have some investment in it. He's overplaying his role as a so-called family member. Oh, yeah, he's not even on that bit anymore. What sort of distant... He's describing himself as some sort of distant relative. I don't even fucking... Do I believe that? Who knows? Maybe he is, maybe he's not, but it doesn't fucking matter. He's like the missing link into this circular family tree of theirs. If you DNA tested them, they'd all be fucking related. He is like a bad country song. Let's hear this. I got to remind myself
over
what
the
Nancy
next
said.
couple of days. This one was the big standout for me. Red flags straight up. I was listening to it and chatting with friends at the same time who were also listening to it, and we all had the same reaction. So I thought, okay, yeah, I really do need to...
Oh, everybody has the same reaction when they listen to Durwood at this point. Durwood, why don't you want to talk about your buddy's sex offenses? Jordan, your buddy, he's going to be a registered sex offender. When can we expect you to be joining him? Now you're going to be that guy, Jordan. Now you're going to be mad, yelling at everybody because of your association with that sex offender of his, your buddy Danny. How do you like him now?
Pull up this audio once I've collated it all and share it with you guys. So this audio comes a little way into the discussion. This is Durwood O'Grady. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but you can probably tell from the thumbnail that that's what I'm talking about. So this audio is from a little way in, and it kind of came out of the blue, and it certainly took me by surprise. I could try and explain it to you, but it's probably easier if we just jump straight in.
There's another story you shared with me, actually, about a toolbox.
Yep.
And the possibility, the belief at one point that there could be something inside of that toolbox that could be relevant to the investigation.
Yep. Well, okay, I'm gonna state something.
So this is the first time I've heard mention of a toolbox.
Oh, set him up for his point. That's a beautiful setup. Oh, great, man! I'm just dying to know what Durwood has to say about this toolbox. Oh, I'm getting ready to say something. Are you guys ready? Well, I'm going to say something now. Durwood, why is it that you're putting yourself in the middle of Jack and Lily's case in this sense? Why are you here again? What is it you're here for? What are you looking to accomplish? You and your buddy fucking Kent, your little nephew Kent, you guys love to say it's just for Jack and Lily. Oh, it's all for Jack and Lily. You sound like Sonny. That has no fucking meaning, okay? It doesn't have any meaning. You're in a greater confab, a greater group with the murderer and all of the accessories after the fact, and we're still trying to figure out if you in fact are one of them. You act like you are. That's just not a bunch of people out here making that up or saying it. This is after 8-9 months now of observation. You fucked yourself when you came out with all of those bullshit stories right away.
It certainly gained
can't
my
take that
attention
back.
as soon as she said that. Now, you'll notice that she's putting in this big introduction and saying there could be something inside a toolbox that could be relevant to the investigation. And even before he launches into the story, we know we're in for a doozy, because Durwood has got various strategies that he uses when he is telling these stories of his. And this is one of them. So he gets pauses before he's even launching. So it's, yep, he was waiting for more from her, more of a cue in terms of what she was wanting from him. But then he doesn't get anything, so it's, well, pauses again. This isn't just about waiting to see what direction she wants him to go in. This is a thing that Durwood does. It is one of his narrative devices that he makes use of so often, of throwing in these pauses, not just to access that part of the story in his brain, but also to get his audience's attention. So you've got these pauses where he's loading the story in his brain.
Oh, be careful. Jordan's gonna explode, Corbin. Bonnie, Daniel had to go over to Jordan's and get his tools. And that's when the kids and Malaya and Daniel were seen by someone, but Jordan is denying it. But Durwood said Daniel was there. Yep. I hope they fucking throw Jordan in the Hooskow. You're getting pretty close to being thrown in the Hooskow. Threatening women over Facebook. Oh, those are internet crimes. Ones that you're doing out in the open. You're not even doing it over a sock account with a voice changer. That would be so much more intimidating. But now we know it's Jordan. We're used to it. It's like, oh, Jordan's yelling at some new gal now.
For starters, probably been a little while since he told it, so he needs to figure out the starting point, figure out the key points again, because, you know, Durwood, only a very teeny amount of what he says is truthful, so he's got to try and remember what it was he said last time. But he's also waiting for responses from her. He wants a cue from her in terms of how he should tackle the story. So if it sounds like to him that she doesn't really believe him, then he's going to really lay on the persuasive language. But she's not giving him any cues, so he's just got to launch into it without any assistance from her in terms of how to tackle it. And then he uses another one of his classic Durwood narrative devices. I'm going to state something. This is like someone standing up in a room, putting their hand up and yelling out loud, I have something to say, everyone needs to pay attention to me. He is signalling to his audience that this is something that is important. He wants them to pay attention. Straight up, we know we're in for a doozy of a Durwood story. And of course with that, we know that there's going to be a lot of untruths in this story.
There's a lawyer involved. Well, there's a few lawyers involved in this, but there's one lawyer involved in this, and they had a theory built that there was a toolbox involved and that there was possibly a wrench in this tool.
So first of all, there's no theory being built by anybody out there that involves a wrench in a toolbox. If there is, it's only Durwood's because he's the only one sharing it. No, there's not. There's not Durwood.
Toolbox that was used to injure and kill the kids.
I'm just going to give you a moment to process that. Because I know for me, when I first heard that, I thought my brain was suddenly going to explode.
It's just Durwood introducing himself into a storyline where the children are unalived, which is him trying to get ahead of the game in that sense. Lynn, they all have too many secrets, old ones, new ones, and they know that the family now has too many talkers, squealers. Well, we needed the right squealer. The RCMP's told him there is nothing to that story and he can keep his toolbox. So why was it even worth bringing up? No, but you're not going to get that answer. Like, what was the point to this whole little charade, Durwood? There is no point. He goes through telling you this with this big lead up only to tell you that it went nowhere. It's nothing. It wasn't worth even bringing up.
Feel free to pause at this moment in time and take a few deep breaths and just try and take in what it is that he's actually just claimed. Now already there's a bit to unpack here. He starts with, there's a lawyer involved, and then he says, well, there's a few lawyers involved in this, but there's one lawyer involved with this. Let's be real, he is talking about Darlene Thomas.
That'd be something that you'd call the RCMP and tell them if you wanted them to, come to his door in that sense. To follow up with Durwood. That would be an effective use of your time.
We know that him and Darlene and Christine Inrig are all in tight. He's made it pretty clear in the past that he has that connection with Darlene and Christine.
Yeah. Not to mention, we've seen your friends lists. You guys all hanging out virtually with one another. You're all in cahoots. Who gives a shit? Durwood wants to pretend that these people are opposing him or bringing up information against him in some sort of way. Oh, tell us more, Darren Geddes. God, tell us more. You glorious couch surfer.
Other people have made it clear that he has that connection. We know that Candy's also somehow knee-deep in all that as well. He's trying to act mysterious while at the same time making sure that people understand exactly who he is talking.
Yeah, and then she's got this one. She's on top of this one pretty good, I'd say. She knows what's going on. It's amazing how you know what's going on with him, but for whatever reason, you're mentioning my name. Not that it bothers me very much, but I don't know. It had me fucked up there for a moment. Maybe there's somebody out there with an AB account. There usually is more than one or two, but no, I didn't get banned, and I'm not looking for any of his audio. And there's nothing that comes out of Durwood's mouth that's worth listening to, but yet here we are, of course. But we're here for comedy, the comedic aspect.
About his choice of words here is intentional. He's trying to be mysterious. He's also trying to act like, well, I can't name this person because, that would be bad. But there's this one lawyer. He's doing a Janie and a Daniel strategy. He's obviously listened to plenty of their narratives now so that he knows how this works. Lead your audience far enough and let them make the conclusion. That way, of course, if Darlene hears this, he's then got this plausible deniability. Oh, I never mentioned your name. And of course, given Durwood's tendency to lie, by not naming up the lawyer, that means that if people approach Darlene about it, then he can say, oh, well, I never said anything. I didn't mention you. And if, of course, the whole story is a load of BS, and people approach Darlene about it and she asks him about it, he can be like, well, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a different lawyer. So, it is, again, one of his narrative strategies to try and create credibility without giving you anything tangible to hang on to. He's not going to give you a name of a lawyer, just in case someone wants to try and fact check. Now, something that caught my attention immediately was him referring to this lawyer having a theory built. He's not saying they came up with a theory, they made up a theory. He's saying they built a theory. when you build things, you are working with tangible things. You are working with a solid foundation. So him saying there was a theory built suggests that there was a solid reason for this.
There's a theory built. Yeah, because he's the one who just built it. Nobody wants to listen to Darren deliver a nothing burger. Yet again. Darren, why don't you start with the point? What's your fucking point? What's that, Terry? On Janie's first, Lynn says, on Janie's last CBC interview, Durwood was hovering back and forth with Danny and that fat cow Logan at the end of the driveway. Oop, did I say that part out loud? He was lurking back and forth almost. Oh yeah, he was walking down the front yard driveway. You can't mistake that dumb looking son of a bitch. He's walking out there towards the driveway. They all had this planned. Oh God, we've got to get the CBC over here. We've cleaned this place up so much. Durwood, did you take that nasty old mattress in the backyard to the dump? Well, very good. Did you want the CBC to give you a pat on the back? Give you some sort of Good Samaritan medal? Well, congratulations. Now you're only violating 22 fucking civic, property violations, as opposed to 200. That place was in such shambles on May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Janie got very sensitive about it, and they were staining wood, picking up, the hamster cages and rearranging the front, putting it back together somewhat. This is where everything took place. Mm-hmm. You think that old mattress had memories? Whose memory on it? What was the last memory before it got thrown outside, I wonder? There's probably a story around that. So, if you look at the charges on Daniel there, Darren and Jordan, Janie, if you look at Daniel's charges, his sexual assault, his assault and forcible confinement charges, it says that it happened up to about 60 days before April the 30th. Thereabouts. 2 months. So that last incident, whichever one it was, we don't know. They just associated a time starting between the incidents took place before this date and this date on the paperwork. So I went and re-looked what the second date was, and it was about 60 days before May the 1st, May the 2nd. And that's before April. That's before Easter, where you were over at Cindy's and Wade's. I wonder what he did. Welcome, Michelle. I wonder what Daniel did specifically on, that would have been March, I guess. But more importantly, it falls in line with the financial struggles they were having, specifically with the CRA, because they sent that finalized letter April 30th, and it was dated. So there was something probably in the mail 60 days previous to that dated timestamp that would have been affecting them as well. Pressuring them. Thank you, House Music. That's very generous of you. And thank you for your super chat yesterday. I got that yesterday evening. I appreciate that. How long are we in? We're in 55 minutes. Do you want to have a Jordan Getty side break? Do you want to hear Jordan for a second? There's so much cursing, I couldn't start it off right away, or they wouldn't allow me my AdSense money. I have to immerse it in the middle of this because it's so nasty. Jordan's just so angry.
Well, it seems like that was kind of a bunk situation with your significant other. Sounds like he's like fucking half toothless, which I fucking kind of understand why.
God, it sounds half toothless. You sound fucking drunk, Jordan.
Anita. So I would love for one question is why are you talking about my father and I? You stupid fucking cunt. And your fucking pussy ass, faggot ass little bitch fucking man.
Well, that's not very nice. That's not very nice. What?
Shut your fucking mouth!
Oh, shit.
Cunt. And your fucking pussy ass, faggot ass little bitch fucking man.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Oh, it's so good. Oh, my God. Oh. So who is Anita Maxwell Johnson? Oh, Jordan. Jordan is stalking people. This is stalker behavior, isn't it? He's a Facebook fucking stalker. Oh, you don't like something that they said underneath one of your comments, maybe? Maybe Durwood? Did you talk about Daddy Durwood in the wrong way? I'm standing up for my family's honor. It's honorable. It's an honorable thing for a dude to be actively disinforming in the middle of a situation where there's 2 missing children and all of the adults are lying and avoiding. How is it 99.9% of the world recognize the lies except for Darren and Jordan? How is it you guys can't recognize the inconsistencies and the questionable? I thought you guys were honorable stand-up men. No, see, that's why I call you chomos. Because it's in the exact same spot. You're behaving exactly like the types of individuals that bring harm towards children. Kind of like Daniel does. Kind of like Janie does. You thought that you would have been the first ones there to deliver him to the RCMP. You guys are so stand up. But something else is bonding you to this incident, this situation. You're bonded by your racism and your hatred, your ignorance and your anger. Probably your wives have more to do with it than we think. Isn't that what bonds that stunned cunt Kent to all of this in your family? Is your wife, your ex-wife? Interesting. Why is it all that information was being kept from the public up to a certain point, I wonder?
Like my motherfucking name, nor my father means anything to you, stupid hick dumb motherfuckers. 2395 Foxbrook fucking Road. 7592326. Tell your fucking retarded ass motherfucking man, I hope he likes hot lead.
Oh my God.
Try.
You're telling her that you hope he likes hot lead. That's a threat. Is that a threat, I wonder? Yeah, it sounds like a threat. Where are you going with that, Jordan?
Had to be respectful with you fucking retarded ass motherfuckers. You think you're the fucking first.
I love that one. I love that one. I tried to be respectful with you. Oh shit! You didn't tell me you were fucking joking, dude. Oh shit, that's a good one. Like normally, that's like a punchline, right? That's a punchline. After you give a person a reaming, you're like, "I'm sorry. I tried to be respectful with you." He does that so often. He gets so mad, and then he tells you that he doesn't care. I don't care. Yeah, you do, dude. You wouldn't be raging out. You wouldn't be spurging out all over the internet and people's channels talking about you if you didn't care. You care. I don't care. No wonder his fucking old lady left him. It's hard to talk to, isn't he? This fucking guy. Wait, it gets better. Listen.
Now, fuck you, Anita. Fuck all you fucking cunts. Fuck all these motherfuckers. Fucking all these YouTubers. Scott Chris Snap. Fucking goddamn Justin. Fucking Mike Damon. Callie Gibson. You guys are the least of my fucking worries. You know that?
So you know he watches. He has to be watching. He's so pissed off at Justin and Mike and myself. Fuck us all. Yeah, well, I thought that's where we were in like November, dude. Oh, no, he's got a bit of a problem, I think, Half Moon, a drinking problem, and he gets to this point. That would be my guess. Probably on his second bottle of Jägermeister. Anita claims she's not allowed to talk about anything, but she's been in contact with the creator. Lori Green says. Oh, this Anita Johnson. I don't know who she is, so you're telling me something about her? I don't know anything about her. Anita claims she's not allowed to talk about anything, but she's been in contact with the creator. Yeah, what is she? Is she just doing something? Is she attention getting, or is she significant to anything? She pissed Jordan off for some reason. Oh, yeah. Lynn says, wannabes, hardcore, or good criminals don't talk. They have had little accountability in the past and nearly no interactions with the RCMP when it comes to depth and statements. This is all new. Durwood is well known to the RCMP. He's already fucking spurged out on the RCMP. It was mentioned that way. They described it like that. He was confrontational with them. He's going to get tased. I can't wait. She's apparently the one who babysat Meadow when Cindy was at work. Who, this Anita Maxwell? Is that what you're saying? So I'm still trying to figure out why she's significant. Jordan piss himself off? I think so. It's his way that he can show his idiot dad just how much he loves him. Oh, I love you, Dad. I'm going to stand up for you. You're my hero. Could you imagine looking at a fucking idiot like Durwood like he's your hero? Think about the mental state Jordan is in. Could you imagine? Dude, you need like a good spanking. I won't be buying any real estate in Jordan's neighborhood. In Westville? Ginger, why don't you give him a call? He gave you your phone number. He's single.
Don't you fucking people realize for 1 second, I'm gonna fucking call your fucking husband back over and over and over and over again until I fucking find the fuck who the cunt is?
Oh, no, go grab your tablet, hon. Hold on. That makes me laugh. He's threatening. I'm gonna call your old man over and over and over and over and over and over again. To no fucking end. That's epic. Oh, don't do it. Don't you do it. Man, that's hardcore. Oh, shit. It's hard to tell if this guy's actually serious. Like, it does, you can't tell. It's so fucking stupid. There's no way a person could be that serious. But I think he's serious. Play that again.
You fucking people realize for 1 second, I'm gonna fucking call your fucking husband back over and over and over and over again until I fucking find the fuck who the cunt is!
Who's the cunt?
You pussy ass, fucking faggot ass, fucking weird slur in your motherfucking mouth. Talk on the fucking phone. Show me a video
Weird
of your
slur.
fucking face. Other than that, I don't know. What do I gotta do? Go fucking child mowing around and child molesting around, is it? You.
You see the things that rocks around in his head? Jordan, you're making me think you are a chomo, dude. He's definitely drinking. You can hear it. You can hear it. He's slurring in the background. I've got my noise canceling earphones on. Yeah, right there, Boozy.
You stupid, dumb fucking people. I fucking literally can't fucking wait till you fucking people see actually what the fuck is going on.
Isn't that interesting how he claims to know what's going on? You are drunk, aren't you? Hey, idiot. That's what we've been suggesting all the time. That's what you're supposed to be mad at. We know that you know what's going on, just like your idiot dad does with Janie and Daniel, because you can't be that stupid. You know what you're participating in. We see what's going on. And you're telling the world that you can't wait till they see what's really going on, as though you do and they don't. Ooh. That's a tell. Jordan, you're not very convincing, dude. You just fucked it all up. It was all for nothing. Callie says that you can't walk a straight line. Did he say your name in here? I think he did say your name, Callie.
Because the funny thing is, I have no idea.
Right.
And at this point, I don't really give a fuck dealing with you fucking cocksuckers like you day in and day out. Day in and day out.
Let's be real. What exactly is Jordan so put off? He wants to think that he's being put off, or his time is being wasted by all of these people out here on YouTube. It's quite the opposite. Nobody asked for you to be involved, Jordan. You're the insistent one. You've made yourself look like a fucking idiot time and time and time again. Even if you were up there just to honor your father and just how legitimate you think that he is in this situation with all of the bullshit that he spews. You should be embarrassed, you fucking moron. And you're the one threatening people? You're the one who needs to be embarrassed, you fucking loser. What a piece of fucking shit. You could just tell everybody what's going on. That way, it wouldn't happen again. That's not what you're doing, is it, Jordan? You're playing games, bitch.
Fuck you. Do something for Lily and Jack.
Yeah, right.
It's not about you fucking retards. It's about Lily and Jack.
Right.
You see this now? See what he does? You are related to Kent. You wearing your bracelets, Jordan? Let's see.
That's what it is. Two missing kids. Is
Always added.
it not?
And always talking about, I would do this, I would do that for Jack and Lily, right? That's major avoidance here. What he doesn't want to tell us is what he is doing, or more specifically, what he isn't doing, which indicates a strong likelihood of hiding very, very, very sensitive knowledge about
Of the case, exactly. Mike's got a hold of it.
the case.
Leia, fuck off. Daniel, fuck off. It's about Lily and Jack.
That's not
My father?
That's not credible. That's not credible when you add this so much later. Oh, by the way, it's about Jack. No, no, no. That's trying to guilt trip, okay? That's a form of gaslighting. That is a way of trying to insinuate that she doesn't care about Jack and Lily. Who are you to teach her? What have you done?
Yeah, Jordan, you know all about love. Your old lady kicked your ass out. Your dog left you, dude. You're off on stress leave with your hair's falling out.
And Jordan, eh? Fuck your fucking father then, and fuck your goddamn fucking siblings. You are a coward. Coward. You show up here, I hope you do. And I hope you like to fucking fight. I hope you like to fucking... I will fucking literally love it. I am itching for someone like you right now.
You careful what you wish for. You'd be knocked out, boy. You imagine? That's the best type of person. Jordan, you're already blown out. You're so emotionally distraught at this point. You think that's going to transfer into taking a beating? Too bad they didn't teach you that nut punch in your Golden Gloves boxing class.
I got one idea.
I'd drive right down to your fucking house just to steel toe you right in the testicles on YouTube. Imagine, that'd be fucking 100,000 views. Easy.
Put yourself in my shoes. And I'll put myself in your shoes.
Oh, let's put... No, ain't no need to do that, you fucking scumbag.
So, you're a fucking chomo. Yeah. The whole fucking Canada knows. You're a child killer, eh? Fuck yeah. Fuck that motherfucker, yeah. Take pictures of him. Take a picture of the house. Fuck you. Fuck your children. Yeah, I hope your wife leaves you. I hope your fucking stepchildren leave you. Jamie. You stupid, dumb, dozy sounding fucking mutt. All I gotta say is, fuck you. Fuck everything that you're thinking about. Fuck your whole idea. Everything. Matter of fact, go fuck your wife. You're probably the only one that fucking wants to, you stupid.
Imagine what the types of messages his ex-wife used to get. Honey, I'll be home at 6:15, you stupid bitch.
Dumb fucking cunt.
Could you imagine being so fucking angry that you're sitting around leaving multiple messages on anybody's answering machine like that? Like, dude, you're disturbed, bro. Why don't you go outside and breathe? Why don't you go outside and take a walk? Maybe set some goals in your life.
If I fucking ever catch you, I'll probably try to talk reason for a moment. If that don't work, then I'm gonna knock your fucking orbital bones. I'm gonna knock your teeth. I'm gonna knock your fucking behind your ears. I'm gonna choke you the fuck out. And if your wife don't like it,
you know what?
Then maybe she should have shut her motherfucking mouth.
I'm taking
Jamie
it private now.
Taylor. You fucking cunt. Coward ass motherfucker. Post this everywhere because I'm already going to.
All right, I got the point. I got the hint.
Theory. It's like the difference between when I sit down and do one of my videos where I pull together a bunch of clips and present a theory at the end of that video based on what we've learnt from those clips. as opposed to the people you see that get on Facebook that just come up with some completely random story out of the blue with no basis to it whatsoever. I would refer to mine in that case as being a theory that I've built.
Yeah, feel free to call the RCMP. Let them know about Jordan's problems. You could even give them their phone number and address. He's probably out in the bus drinking right now. It's Friday night. What else is going to be doing? Accidentally go back into the house and fall asleep with mom? Go throw a leg over?
From evidence.
You really pretend to be your daddy.
Whereas the crackpots who are making up their own stories, that would be making up a theory. And it's such distinctive terminology here. They had a theory built. It's not what you would automatically go for. You would automatically say they came up with a theory. And then we get this mind-blowing story. There was a toolbox involved, and there was possibly a wrench in this toolbox used to injure and kill the kids. Like, what the... my mind just nearly... I'm still trying to process this. But the thing that concerns me is the language of this. He starts off referring to a theoretical toolbox. There was a toolbox involved. A toolbox is very non-specific. Could be any toolbox, anywhere, just a toolbox. It sounds theoretical. It sounds like nobody knows if this toolbox actually exists. It's just possible that there's a toolbox. But then he says there's possibly a wrench in this toolbox. So now the hypothetical has shifted. The toolbox is now real. The wrench is hypothetical. Because he's saying there is a possibly a wrench in this toolbox. It's no longer a toolbox, but this toolbox that I'm telling you.
Yeah. So you could have got that from the simple statement where he began with that it's somebody else's theory. They're putting together a theory and a rumor. So like a double negative, he's giving us a double distancing there. He's doubling down on the distancing language. Mayflower says he hasn't been arrested yet for uttering several threats on social media. Why not? But you tell us, Mayflower. There's a lot of hate in his voice. Annette, you think so? I think so too. It's because he's angry and alone. You may have fucked yourself here, Jordan, and that's your own damn fault, says the real Norbeaster. Oh, I'm serious. Like, you guys take a little snippet and show the RCMP the examples. It should be her. But Miss K says, hey, Jordan, you just joined the Real House Husbands of Pictou County and you're the drunk one. Oh, shit, that's good. That's really funny.
Telling you about right now, there's possibly a wrench in it. But it's creating plausible deniability here. Saying there's possibly a wrench in this toolbox is basically, well, if there is a wrench, I know nothing about it. I know absolutely nothing about any of this. So possibly there's a wrench, but I really couldn't confirm this for you. But to me, it also brings to mind that situation of someone not wanting to admit to something. So you're meant to do something for someone as a favour and you forget. They ask you about it and you're kind of embarrassed about it. So you're like, well, I possibly might have forgotten to do that. It seems like he's shifting his hypotheticals around quite a bit. So the toolbox started off being hypothetical, but then it was a real toolbox and then the wrench was hypothetical. This is all his way of distancing himself from the situation as well. I know nothing. This is just speculation. Nothing to do with me. Look the other way. But here's the thing that concerns me. We've heard mention of a wrench from Daniel and Malaya, and it was in such an odd way.
Yeah, the wrench I was thinking about that today. Thank you, Joyce. Justice for Jack and Lily. I appreciate that. It's very generous of you. The wrench that he used in the front door to try to jimmy it shut because it was broken. It wouldn't stay shut, most likely, because he's smashed it all to hell like everything else. Fucked it up. But no matter what, in the circumstances, nothing about what Durwood is saying do I ever take into consideration. Or just chalk it down to another attempt to manipulate the grader, to try to get some of your attention. Another pointless interview with a bunch of information. And for some reason, he wants you all to let the RCMP do their jobs, but yet here he is again, acting as psychic investigator to the suspects.
It's in the documents. Malaya talks about there being having been a wrench on top of the front door, and that's how they know the children.
There's a reason why this asshole and Jordan are involved to this degree. Who in the right mind, if you were related to somebody like this, would you be involved to this degree when the evidence suggests something? Suggests the parents have everything to do with this because they're not very cooperative. And they're not cooperative at all. They're not acting as though their kids really just wandered off as they want you to believe, because of course they want you to believe that Jack and Lily walked off of their own volition, never to be seen again. And the story that they told the RCMP just isn't good enough. That's to your perspective, Steph. I don't know if you've made a big deal about it, but it was mentioned. This is taking a piece from this story. There's nothing about what that asshole says that's going to be close to the truth in that sense. He wants to have a reason to be discussing something at any one time. He goes and relies on these idiot channels who don't mind. Oh yeah, there's too many holes in their stories, Brian. That too, we're saying that too. Just the same thing, isn't it? Oh my God, the orbital bone injury causes swelling, bruising, and black eyes, Tambourine. Don't worry, Jordan's a fucking teddy bear. He's just like an angry little terrier. He's been emasculated. Jordan. Tough guys don't tell and go on like that on random women's Facebook messenger. Shouldn't you be working out, bro? He's like a Giga Chad, the Giga Chad of Westville. You need like a big brother to help you, guide you the way to manhood, because Durwood didn't do you very good, didn't do you justice. It's so hard to look at their little faces. I can't even imagine to know someone would harm them. Well, you don't know Danny on the mathematics. Ginger Danny has some great friends. I think it's more to do with Janie in that sense, to be honest with you. It's a favor for Janie. Well, it's all bizarre in that sense. I don't disagree with you. But there's a connection there. Janie, I would have to imagine, is the one with the connection, but there's more than that. Daniel and Jordan are connected to the mill in that sense. I don't fucking believe Jordan to begin with. There's no giving him the benefit of the doubt. I did for about 6 weeks after I talked to him. No, he fucked up. Durwood fucked up. You're running around crying about how people are talking about you and your family in that sense. First, I thought it was just because people were hassling him, coming and taking pictures of his house, but it's just part of his defensive tone. It's a scripted line that he comes up with, right? He doesn't want to actually converse or talk about it. He doesn't want to go in depth about any of it. He has excuses and lines for it, no different than what Janie's doing in her little sound clips to Mike. It's not a genuine conversation with these individuals. They're all just a bunch of drunks, says Brian. That was the first thing that I picked up. That's what didn't feel right. That's what stuck with me. Is just how disingenuous they are in that sense behind the scenes, and how aligned all of their methods are in deceiving you in the moment. They're liars, bullshitters. All of them. And they're lying in this situation. Now I wonder what they could be lying about. And that has everything to do with where Jack and Lily are and what happened to them.
Didn't get out the front door. Then you have Daniel's version where there isn't a wrench on top of the door. He says he jammed a wrench or a bolt in the door to make sure it didn't come open. Didn't really know which one it was. He was a bit vague about it. And then he talks about ripping the door open and a piece of metal falling on the floor. To me, both their stories stink to high heaven. And to me, it sounds like they're trying to avoid describing something that happened that wasn't what they're talking about. And especially when you hear Daniel talking about ripping open the door and a piece of metal falling on the floor, that to me is suggestive of the door being somehow damaged due to an act of violence. And we have this reference with regards to the door possibly sounding like an act of violence. And a wrench is involved. And now we have Durwood talking about a toolbox that may have possibly had a wrench in it that could have been used to injure and kill the children. And the cold way that he says it, it's just so matter of fact.
Well, it's interesting if it's such a thing. I wonder if we're not getting a bunch of messages in with Jordan threatening other people about that. You know, preemptively, like we're hearing him with this Amanda gal. Another way you can tell it's bullshit. Oh, Jordan, you never brought up this built, what did he call it? A built rumor, a built theory?
This guy tries to act like he really cares about these children. But you get this, we had that comment about a box of bones. He just sounds like a really callous, and I can't say that word on YouTube, but not someone that I would ever want to have any association with whatsoever.
Exactly. We think it is comedic to a point because we make it so, but there's a dark reality behind his motives and intentions. And when you take a look at that Darren Geddes and you take a look at that Jordan Geddes, you start to understand what makes these fucking scumbags up. They belong in prison. You too, Kent. You wear your scumbag out on your shirt, right beside your mayonnaise.
He really doesn't come across as a nice person.
That you dripped on your shirt.
I mean, who says this sort of thing so very matter-of-factly? Saying, oh, you know, the wrench was used to injure and kill kids. And talking about, well, they'll probably be brought home in a box of bones. For me, I struggle, and I'm quoting. But you'll note also, we get the hypothetical of the toolbox, which then solidifies into a real toolbox. Then we get the hypothetical of the wrench. But there's no hypothetical when he talks about the wrench being used to injure and kill the children, or kill the children. The speculation in this bit of the narrative is the location of the wrench, not the use of the wrench. And I think one thing we need to acknowledge here also is Janie's...
See, in a nutshell, Ninchi, just in this past 5 minutes, you've described in more context what that a wrench could mean to the situation than Darren does in conveying whatever he's trying to communicate to the world here. Okay? If Darren came up and said exactly what you said and provided, and really really dug into the theory, which he's not going to do, and name the names because he's just such a concerned citizen instead of wanting to play pretend and gatekeeper of all this important information in the background. Oh, yeah. It's got to be so secretive. He's Chomo secret. We know your kind. We know what's the reality is in this situation. That's what's stressing you out, Jordan. You're on the wrong side of all of this. If you wanted to ease your conscience, you would just let your dad go. Let the reality go and slip off into Never Land, never to be heard from again. Which you're showing up in people's messenger inboxes, threatening all kinds of violence on them and crimes, living out violent fantasies. Because let's get real, that's all it is. You're just some fucking idiot that lives with his mom, that has to ask to borrow the car, gets his food cooked for him, drunk in the back bus, mad because somebody's dissing his dad online. And you want to have your 2 cents. Jesus. And then you want to pretend it has nothing to do with Jack and Lily? You're the one who starts all of this shit. There is no possible way that you or your buddies are innocent of any crimes associated with Jack and Lily. That's what it's looking like at this time, boys. And it's just a matter of time before the hammer comes down. What do you think, Darren? What do you think there, Jordan? What do you think about your best friend's fucking soon-to-be status on the sex offender registry? I would imagine that's going to make you twice as fucking angry because it gives other people factual information about the types of people that you are and associate with, and they'll hold it against you. And as they should. But the fun thing for me holding it against you is that I can do it in a public setting like this. And I control you right. You're still talking about my name. You're still speaking my name in people's private messages. I'm just echoing around in your head because you watch me all the time. You need to know what I know. You need to know what I'm saying.
It's ridiculous raking the driveway story. Because she claims that she was going to put that railing on the fence and Daniel was going to help her, but he had to go find his tools first. So she was raking the gravel while he was searching for his tools. And we've discussed this so many times. She made it quite clear that the task was to nail that rail, the top rail, only the top rail, on the fence. There was no discussion of drilling it. She specifically said on 2 separate occasions that those rails were being nailed on. And we know that she then nailed on all the uprights as well. So how does his tools come into this? So we have 3 separate references now to tools, and of those 3 references, 2 of them specifically reference a wrench. And we have this claim that the wrench was used to injure and kill the kids. And it's not, and I know I corrected myself a little way back here because my brain was going, well, if you're talking in this situation, it would be either or. But he specifically said injure and kill. He's not talking in hypotheticals here. If he was talking in hypotheticals, he would refer to that it was used to injure or kill the kids. Saying injure and kill is far more specific. You're removing the hypothetical. So once again, we have this thing that's being brought up, the toolbox that may have existed, and then suddenly the toolbox is solid, it is in existence, and the hypothetical thing is the wrench. But then it turns out he's saying the wrench was used for this purpose. And it's not a hypothetical, well, it may have been used to injure or kill the children. No, he's saying this is what it was used for. The absence of any hypotheticals when he's talking about the use of the wrench, as opposed to the rest of what he's saying here when he does throw in the hypotheticals, to me is a little bit disturbing.
I ended up in possession of that toolbox.
Yes, I will play that for you again, just to help.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Ninchi. But again, he needs to elevate his claims. He needs to up the the mystery factor of it to garner the attention in light of what people really should be talking about, and it's how violent Daniel is and how violent he was towards the children and Malaya in their relationship leading up to when they called the RCMP. And the charges that he's about to be found guilty as hell over. Let's steer that attention away from the most obvious things. Oh my gosh. What are you saying there, Time? It was on TikTok. Some idiot came into the chat with your full name, AB, and was kicked out immediately, which is why Ninchi mentioned you. Just FYI. Yeah, well, it wasn't me. It was on TikTok, was it? Yeah, not this guy. Not this guy. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me know. It appears no one with the last name Geddes was a Nova Scotia Gold Glove amateur boxing champion. Well, they didn't say anything about champions. Didn't say anything about champions. Gold gloves. Oh, me, I just love to fight. I just love to fight. Jordan just loves to fight. Yeah, no you don't, dude. You love to fight until you start getting your ass kicked. All 120 pounds of them. All 5'4" of them. What a little bitch. I'm just like my dad. You see a picture of him. He's a fucking haircut. Shave. He pretends to be a crazy drummer. I'm a drummer in a band. He's probably in a band with Kent. With old Lobster Claw. They're probably all in a fucking band together. But it's really it's really not a band. It's just them. And they've got a bunch of instruments. You saw Janie in the comments, Lindsay? I have a feeling it really was her. I mean, her frantic emotions fit was going on. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that. This whole TikTok. I mean, first of all, if somebody's in there with my name, I wouldn't be trusted anything about it. It looks like somebody's using sock accounts. So you can use a bunch of your accounts to have different TikToks as well. You can go and make it look like something it's not. Oh boy, just what I want to be. Just where you'll find me. Just where you're going to find me. Hanging out with this fucking lot. Oh shit. It really was Janie, was it? You're saying she was having a meltdown? Well, maybe she was upset. It's hard to believe. Janie's a real digital demon, I think. She's all kinds of sock accounts. She's up to no good there in the trailer on Garlock Road. She's so fucking stupid. So ridiculous. It's so obvious to people how guilty you are in the circumstance when you behave the way that you do, and she still tries to use this carbon copies. Like, there's no conversing with the individual. It's the answer is a scripted line that she's used time and time before. God, we've listened to it so often. Oh, it was really her language?
Help you to process what we are hearing here.
I ended up in possession of that toolbox.
So suddenly this theory about a toolbox and about a wrench?
I think it's just a way that dickhead here likes to pull you in and hook you into the story. He's finding little hooks. So he squirms in and out of these tenses. He knows that it's a bullshit story. He knows he's got a toolbox. It's all still bullshit. In a way, it's him trying to associate himself with what's going on in all of this.
Has a real toolbox that somehow has ended up in Durwood's possession. We're not talking in hypotheticals here. He has just told us this toolbox exists. And he had just been saying that there could possibly be a wrench in this toolbox that was used to injure and kill the children. Well, guess what? I've got this toolbox. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Whoa, geez, how specific and insightful of you, dickhead. Well, there could be a wrench that was used to unalive the kids, let alone the person that you took it from being the holder of that wrench. Oh my God, a wrench. I think it might be guilty of murder. Oh, are you sure it isn't your best friend Danny? Janie's in for it for double life. How far did you go in all of this there, Darren? You want to know what set her off, Janie, mean clapping seal? Something has got them all rattled. Oh, they'll be extra rattled with what's going on in court. You think that there's something else that's got them rattled? I don't think so. No more than usual.
Now, if this is a made-up story, I'm sorry, but this guy needs to have his ass.
I mean, like,
all in.
how much worse can it possibly get? I mean, like, no joking around or anything, but, like, apart from the earth blowing up tomorrow, I don't think it gets much worse. Like, they're all covering up the worst of the worst in this circumstance. In reality, the one that they're not a part of, but where truth lies, that reality, they really know that whatever happened to Jack and Lily was the responsibility of Daniel and Janie's association with it. In reality, they know why it is that they're lying. They know why they're engaged in bringing up fantasy scenarios and trying to put off false information in light of the kids that were just on Daniel and Janie's property. So they want us to believe. Then this fucking idiot Jordan wants to remind you that they're just doing all of this for Jack and Lily. No, they're doing all of this because of Jack and Lily. We're all here talking about it this way on behalf of Jack and Lily, because I would say between Durwood and Daniel and Janie and any of the creators online talking about the case, the kids would approve wholeheartedly of anybody talking about their situation and who did what to them, and they should be held responsible. And Jack and Lily would not be endorsing those stupid fucking bracelets. Kent.
And nailed to the wall. Who says this sort of thing? And if it's truthful, why the heck has he got this toolbox? Why is it in his possession? What the heck is going on here? See, I'm in two minds about this information, because we've heard enough of Durwood's stories to know that he believes his stories. And he certainly did a big lead-in to this one. I'm about to make a statement. He wanted to make sure that he had people's attention.
So this fucking idiot Durwood, Ninchi, the way he's talking, it's like coming at you with a bunch of statements that pop into his head, and you are left up to tying them together. Okay? He's not tying anything together. He's just stating a bunch of things that pop into his head. He's playing a game in that sense.
Before he gave this story. But what has he got to gain? What is the motivation here for coming up with this story? In other parts of this interview, he once again claims that Daniel has nothing to do with it, and he even makes allegations. He, at one point, claims that CPS kidnapped the children. He claims that people from the reserve kidnapped the children. He claims that people have kidnapped the children to keep them safe, and that he's pleased with them, and he thanks them, and
Yeah.
like, so
Yeah. He's said and everything at any one time. And this time is no different than every other time. So it's a perfect time to analyze his pattern, his motivations. But no matter what that is, scale out a little bit and think about the type of individual that needs to do this, that needs to obfuscate in that sense. You know what really makes me laugh? Jordan. Look, I almost got to go back and pull that clip up. Jordan is talking about chomos. He was trying to, that's really, really bothers him for whatever reason. The fact that we're calling Darren and all of these guys, essentially an acronym or short form for an individual that would bring harm towards a child in that sense, and comparing their behavior. And that's what we do here. And we've pointed that out since the very beginning, because that's exactly how you guys are behaving, including you, Jordan. Of course, in his mind, it probably doesn't ring true, but it rings true when we talk about Daniel, when we talk about old Daddy Darren, Dirty Darren, and you. Why were you leaving those messages on this Amanda Johnson's private messenger, there's Facebook Messenger, stating our names in it? Why would you do that? That's so bizarre. It's almost like it was intentional. You were laughing because he was saying how you say it, AV. Yeah, he's. I know. It was almost like why are you getting all up in Amanda Johnson's DMs all about me? It's like that's so bizarre. Oh shit. He's so put off about the fact that I said that his daddy's a chomo in that sense. Durwood's a diddler. Well, I'm not the one who brought it up. I don't mind talking, but he sounds like this. Fucking right. Easy there, Jordan. Easy. Oh, Jordan, that's so vulgar. Let's see.
So, on one hand, he's presenting this idea that the children were taken and are being kept safe somewhere. But now he's talking about this toolbox. And he's talking about this story of a wrench being in this toolbox that was used to kill the children.
Yeah, but it's like a story in a story. It's so stupid. And I mean, it's a slow news night in this. We're talking about Durwood. Ninchi's describing about how he's referring to the toolbox within the context of a larger bullshit rumor story that Durwood's already introduced, that is out there by way of a lawyer and Christy Inrig in that sense. What the fuck ever, you're two buddies. So they're out there trying to garner some attention just by throwing out a story. It gives people something to do, engages people. That way that you get malleable to the other information that they present you later. Just a constant disinformer. The fact that Durwood's talking about this still at this point is fascinating. Like, what could you possibly think to make up now, Durwood? It has to do with this particular idiot story of this toolbox.
and he's just so very nonchalant about it. I just cannot connect the dots here. Why is he saying this? Why is he sharing this? If this lawyer went to him with this thing, it's the sort of thing that...
Well, in a short, because he knows that creators like you are going to go make a video about it, and he can go and scan all the comments to see what's working, what's not working, the perfect ways that he wants to take to continue on the line of bullshit that he's feeding and having people engage with. It's a further mystery. It's obfuscating. He's not here to clarify, straighten anything out. He's adding to the bullshit, adding to the nonsense on purpose, on behalf. He's doing this by proxy. This is Janie and Daniel by proxy, really.
Most people would be so horrified at the suggestion of it that they wouldn't be able to then turn around and vocalize it to just publicly say, hey, guess what? This lawyer thinks I've got this. And why? Why is he offering this information up? There's so many red flags here.
And when this theory was held back on me for a while because the lawyer was actually fishing me for information, and I knew it, but that was all right. I don't mind that, because if I believe if you're telling the truth, well, it's not going to hurt you. Tell the truth. So I was telling this lawyer the truth and passing information back and forth, and the lawyer told me some things that, as far as I'm concerned, the lawyer shouldn't have been saying. But anyway, that's all right. Confidential information it was supposed to be.
Okay, can we just acknowledge that whole bit there is just a load of BS?
Yeah, delusions of grandeur. Hey, Jordan, here's another example of why your dad's a fucking moron.
Fucking weird slur in your motherfucking mouth. Talk on the fucking phone. Show me a video of your fucking face. Other than that, I don't know. What do I gotta do? Go fucking child mowing around and child molesting around, is it? You stupid, dumb fucking people.
Oh, shit. That's so fucking funny. He's like the type of person that spurgs out at work, and you just close the door a little bit and start laughing behind the door and listening in. You're like, oh, that's perfect. That set him right off. He's like almost impossible not to want to try to get worked up in a situation. Think about how many months ago that was where we had that last conversation, Jordan, and I'm still rocking around in your mind to this very fucking day. Well, I'm looking fucking chill mode around? He's really fucking upset in that sense. I don't know how much of it's genuine. I don't know why he acts like that. It's so fucking ridiculous. Swearing like he's got Tourette's.
Dumb fucking people. I fucking literally can't fucking wait till you fucking people see actually what the fuck is going on.
I love that. How are you going to explain that? Jordan, what's this that's going on that only you can see, that nobody else can? You see how his mind's set up there? It's a bit questionable. It's like you're not in the conversation. You're having your own conversation in that sense. I can't wait till you guys all see what's really going on.
Because the funny thing is, I have no idea.
Right.
And at this point, I don't really give a fuck.
What's the funny part? How is it that you're all worked up and you're pissed off and you don't give a shit? You're obviously give a shit. You obviously care. So is that what you do when you get upset? Is that you say that you don't care? So confusing. Very stalker-like.
Dealing with you fucking cocksuckers like you, day in and day out. Day in and day out. Fuck you. do something for Lily and Jack.
Yeah, right.
It's not about you fucking retards. It's about Lily and Jack.
Right.
That's what it is. Two missing kids. Is
Always added.
it not?
And always talking about, I would do this, I would do that for Jack and Lily, right?
That's what he's always talking about. Like Janie's building that pool for the kids in the driveway. He's gonna make you chase lead. He's gonna fight you. He's gonna break your orbital bone. He's gonna do all of this violence to you. It's like he's playing fucking PlayStation. The hell are you doing, boy? Of course, that's to be expected when he's talking to Anita Maxwell Johnson like this. What? You're talking to a woman like that? That's what's really fucking weird.
That's major avoidance here. What he doesn't want to tell us is what he is doing, or more specifically, what he isn't doing, which indicates a strong likelihood of hiding very, very, very sensitive knowledge about the case.
Leia, fuck off. Daniel, fuck off. It's about Lily and Jack.
That's not
my father?
That's not credible. That's not credible when you add this so much later. Oh, by the way, it's about Jack. No. That's trying to guilt trip, okay?
Yeah, gaslight.
That's a form of gaslighting. That is a way of trying to insinuate that she doesn't care about Jack and Lily. Who are you?
Just when you think he gets it worked out in his mind, here comes my favorite part.
To teach her. What have you done?
And Jordan, eh? Fuck your fucking father then, and fuck your goddamn fucking siblings. You are a coward. Coward. You show up here, I hope you do. And I hope you like to fucking fight. I hope you like to fucking... I will fucking literally love it. I am itching for someone like you right now. I got one.
Stop threatening him with a good time there, tough guy.
Just fucking love it. I just fucking love it.
Easy, Aussie.
An idea. Put yourself in my shoes. And I'll put myself in your shoes.
My shoes. Oh, what a great exercise.
So, you're a fucking chomo, yeah, the whole fucking Canada knows. You're a child killer, eh? Fuck yeah. Fuck that motherfucker, yeah. Take pictures of him. Take picture of the house. Fuck you. Fuck your children. Yeah, I hope your wife leaves you. I hope your fucking stepchildren leave you, Jamie.
He's really projecting, isn't he? I hope that you get treated just like me. I hope your wife leaves you. What a baby. Fuck. You're better off without her anyway. The hell do you care? You never liked women?
You stupid, dumb, dozy sounding fucking mutt. All I gotta say is, fuck you. Fuck everything that you're thinking about. Fuck your whole idea. Everything. Matter of fact, go fuck your wife. You're probably the only one that fucking wants to, you stupid, dumb fucking cunt. If I fucking ever catch you...
Did he just do what I think he did? He just tried to use the fact that this Anita Maxwell Johnson only has one sexual partner at a time against her. You're probably the only one having sex with your wife too. What the fuck is that supposed to be? What? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the best wishes to you, my friend. What? Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. Like, how serious could you be? You're like on a roller coaster of emotion, just fucking 3 sheets to the wind, yelling and swinging at the fences, probably running around that bus by the water down there behind Mom's property. Yeah, this was where we hang out. This is where my band practices. I mean, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'll probably try to talk reason for a moment. If that don't work, then I'm gonna knock your fucking orbital bones. I'm gonna knock your teeth. I'm gonna knock your fucking behind your ears. I'm gonna choke you the fuck out. And if your wife don't like it,
You know what?
well,
I thought a second ago you were just you were putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Now you're breaking orbital bones and choking people out. That's a little passive aggressive.
then maybe she should have shut her motherfucking mouth.
I'm taking it
Jamie.
private now.
Taylor,
He's tweaking. Probably is a tweaker.
fucking cunt, coward ass, motherfucker. Post this everywhere because I'm already going to.
All right, I got the point. I got the hint.
He is just using some of his usual narrative devices. He's trying to add substance to his story by adding in these interactions. And he's trying to convey a level of personal tension. You know, this lawyer was just playing him. They were just fishing for information. So he's trying to make it out like this is, you know, this is an experience that he went through. And it's the whole point here is this is just all made up BS from him. I can tell you that straight up. This is made up BS. This is one of his classic devices that he uses with his narratives, and it is just to build up his story. It's also his way of giving the lawyer a more solid presence, making her three-dimensional. So it's trying to add credibility to his story by giving the person involved, or the person that he's using in his story, a role that is substantial in terms of, look, they did these things and they said these things, therefore my story must be real because, see, I've got this person who's doing a role in it as well. I'm not just giving you a hollow narrative. It's that notion of, well, see, I can show you that this person has substance. This whole thing actually happened because I'm describing an experience, even though there is nothing tangible in what he's saying here. It's just really vague. Nothing solid in terms of, she said this, she did this. How do we know? How does he know she was fishing? He doesn't offer that up because he's got nothing to offer up because it's made up. And of course, then he goes on with the whole, you know, if you're telling the truth. So now he has to convince people that he's being truthful and that the lawyer was testing him out to make sure that he was being truthful and that they weren't going to give him any more information until they knew that he was truthful. And then he comes out with this lawyer telling him things that the lawyer probably shouldn't have been saying. So he's showing this whole thing of, oh, you know, this was all confidential stuff that the lawyer probably shouldn't have shared with anyone. But see, I proved how trustworthy I am, so they actually shared this confidential...
Yeah, well, he couldn't help but try to prop himself up because he needs to by recognizing confidential information. But the point in the story was to impress upon a greater audience just how important he feels and he thinks he is, and that people consider him in the background. He's really in as an insider into this case. Oh, I have got no doubt. In fact, I think he's guilty of much more. But at very least, an accessory, absolutely. And pull him in. They're going to shave that curly fucking head of his. And it's going to be nothing but a big flab of fat and a huge booze nose. And a lispy little bitch. Talking about everybody that he knows. And amongst all of the inmates, telling them how he's friends with Danny Martell, the RSO. You know all kinds of information when it comes to the case. You wonder why, Jordan, people are calling him Chomo, why they're calling him, all kinds of acronyms for an individual who would hurt children. Because that's what he's engaged in doing. And when you enable and facilitate and add comfort to these types of individuals rather than do what you should be doing, you're doing a great injustice towards humanity in that sense. You know, Kent? Just like you're doing. It must run in the family. It's a family affair over there. You're going to be crying about a whole lot more shit, Jordan. It's the least of it's going to be about what people think about your idiot dad.
Information with me because I'm such a trustworthy person. This guy's a legend in his own lunchbox, seriously. He thinks he's something special. And of course it also elevates him from just being somebody that the lawyer contacted for information, but instead it elevates him to being someone who is very much involved in this whole investigation with the lawyer. And now he's buddy.
Yeah, he's obscuring that line for the greater audience. See, he's insisting that he's involved in all of this. We have every right, Jordan, to call your bullshit dad out every time he opens his mouth. He's an idiot. And so are you.
Buddies with the lawyer. Sounds a bit like Daniel with detectives. How they were his best mates for so long.
So this theory got presented that this toolbox was used. There was a tool in this toolbox used to kill those kids. So I asked the lawyer, I hope you reported this to Major Crimes then, if that's the case, because I knew it wasn't true. Just long story short, personal experience, being there, seeing what I saw, knowing what I know, I knew it was not true.
Okay, there's quite a bit to unpack here, so I won't jump straight to the thing that really grabbed my attention. I will get to that. So after telling us that this lawyer discovered the existence of this toolbox that just happens to be in his possession, now he's gone from the theory having originally been something that was built to being just a theory. So he's now downgrading it. It's no longer significant. It no longer has any worth. Now you probably noticed that each time he talks about the wrench or the tool being used to kill the children, he's putting it in a passive voice. He's not saying that it was used by a particular person or it was used by somebody. There is no person attached to the action. It was just used. And along with that, you get him stumbling over to kill. He's like, to kill. So why is there no mention of who? Why is he even suggesting this when he's other times claiming the children were happily removed from the property and are living the best life ever, being spoilt rotten and looked after and all that yada yada. But why is he trying to avoid attaching anybody to this action? Why is he hesitating over saying this? Does this come from it being a made-up story, or does it come from him not wanting to dob somebody in? Because it's hard to tell with Durwood because he believes his own stories. If you go back and listen to a lot of the stories that he was putting out originally,
I don't know,
the way
Mitchie,
he tells them.
You could leave that one out because you don't have to further draw any mystery when you've already called out the nonsense bullshit that he's doing in the first place. It's like you're forcing the listener to go and consider the things that Durwood wants you to believe one way or the other. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck him. She did a good job, though. She did a good job in the video. I just don't need to spend any more time on Durwood at this point. Friends, we're going to leave it and cut it short here. Make sure you come back tomorrow. It's Saturday, and we're going to continue on talking about Jack and Lily in that sense. We've got this out of the way. Don't give this any mind. All right, everybody. This nonsense that Durwood presented over on some other idiot's channel. In one ear, out the other. Nothing to it. It's ridiculous. The Jordan messages are a lot more fun. Well, we'll say funnier in that sense. I love you guys. Thank you very much for sticking it through tonight, friends. I'll leave you with a little of that G-Funk, y'all.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.